we come up with this. I know what we usually do is kick around idea after idea from our various lists that we have made. But this was your idea to come up with Make Your Mark. I forgot
You
how
know,
we got there.
I don't really know. I think that at the end,
Yeah.
um, it was so important that we focused on getting people to vote.
Yes,
That
it
was
was.
like
Yeah.
make your
Yeah.
mark. And then I think the part that we look at history a lot too.
Hmm.
And both
Yeah.
of us we
Yeah.
saw make your mark as the X that our forefathers used to make to get credit or whatever. And it
Yeah.
just seemed like the right thing. I don't know, it just seemed like the right phrase to say at the right time.
Yeah,
So
it did kind of feel like that. I don't know where that story about my grandfather came from. It was my mom's dad, and he was just always such a warm, loving person. And I just remembered that I used to read for him and his brothers. And when we started talking about making your mark, making this episode, I he just kept coming up, for me. So I hope to talk about him a little bit more, as we get further into some additional,
yeah,
background and stuff.
I agree. I never really thought about like my great grandmother.
Yeah.
I was still wondering. I can't remember if she could read. I really
Yeah.
can't remember
I didn't think
if
about it
she
at the
could read.
time.
She's born in 1881,
Yeah.
um, 1861. Excuse me. So I don't remember her reading. I
Yeah.
really don't.
The
So
historical,
she had
the historical stuff behind making your mark is just, it's huge.
right,
I Every time I think about that, all I can see is this big X, squiggly line.
right,
I
right,
remember that so vividly. So I don't know, maybe it was the time, as we said earlier, we're in this crazy political period, in our country's history. And hey, we both are fools to a history lesson. I don't know if it's fools or whatever, but I feel like that sometimes because it's really hard to understand where we are right now if we don't focus back on some of our history. But that making your mark, that just I don't know, it became compelling that we somehow talk about that. So
right. It
love it,
just
love it.
yeah, it just came over me, and I just said, yeah, make your mark.
Yeah.
Because we have to. It's so important that in doing this value cycle that we do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't, of course, it matters what side of the fence we're on, but it's really important that we exercise our right to
Yeah.
vote, all of
Yeah.
us. And
And not forget what people used to go to through and had to go through just to be able to go somewhere and make their mark and how important it was because they couldn't read. They didn't know what they were signing for lots of times. And we do. We have that privilege of knowing that. And we just
right,
want
right.
everybody to get out there and exercise it. So let's get out there and make our marks.
Yeah, 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 yeah.